Welcome again, guys. So this is the day 3 of the gym vlogs, and today I'm going to the gym in the afternoon compared to in the morning because this last night I slept at 1 and I didn't have energy to go in the morning. So instead of skipping the gym, I just changed the time when I go to the gym. So currently it's what, 2:15 in the afternoon. So I'm just waiting for my Bolt to get here and then I'll be going to the gym. And I'll catch you guys there. And now we are here at the gym, ready to get in our workout. So just stay back, relax, and enjoy the watch. We'll have a talk in between my sets. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you like what I've been doing so far, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. We start every workout session the same, a 3-minute walk on the treadmill. So I'll just be doing that right now. It looks like there's only one person here. The rest of the machines are empty. Maybe I should come during this time more often since there's barely anyone. Just me and one other person. But I'll skip through this part so you guys will just see me when I'm doing my exercises. So guys, we are here. And now the first exercise of the day, as always, is the hardest exercise, which is barbell squats. That is always what I start with, as you know, if you have been watching my videos. And squats is actually the exercise that grow my legs the most. The trick with the squat is to go heavy, but also not heavy enough so that it becomes ego lifting, but heavy enough so that you can actually start pushing yourself, because your legs are stronger than you think. And I used to be scared to lift heavy weights because I always train alone. I don't have a spotter most of the time. But once I got confident enough and started squatting more weight, that's when my legs started to grow. And I've always been a naturally skinny guy. I always used to make that excuse of having a fast metabolism. But the thing is, that is just an excuse. Having a fast metabolism or a slow metabolism won't prevent you from actually making progress in the gym. Yes, it might affect some factors, but not so much that you won't make progress towards a goal. And most people like to make the excuse of their metabolism is preventing them from losing weight or gaining weight or building muscle. But once you dial in your diet, which is by far I think it's the most important thing, because your diet is what fuels your exercises. So once you dial in your diet and you exercise enough and you recover enough, that's when you will start making progress towards your goals. Doesn't matter what your metabolism is, you will make progress once you dial in those 3 things. Let's get this workout. That was a tough one, but it's necessary to make progress. And right now, as you can see in the title, it's Lean Bulk Day 3. So the 3rd day of posting on my lean bulks. But to be honest, I haven't been focusing on my diet yet. I'm still trying to figure out the correct diet plan and how I should eat to actually make progress on my lean bulk journey. Because food is expensive, and also I don't want to eat the wrong kinds of food, so I actually gain fat instead of muscle. So I'm still working on that. Today I did buy me chicken breast and some Greek style yogurt. So I still have to buy more ingredients because I've seen a YouTube video or a lean bulk meal plan. So I'm just gonna follow that, make my own specific adjustments. I might actually turn it into a video. Comment down below if I should, once I have all the ingredients, and that's when I'll be dialing in my diet as well. But that still doesn't mean you shouldn't go to the gym if your diet isn't dialed in. You should still go to the gym so that you can build that consistent habit. And then once you're consistent in the gym and you're able to dial in your diet as well, it's much easier to make progress because you're already consistent in one thing and then you're just adding another thing. Instead of not going to the gym at all, not dialing in your diet and trying to focus on those two things, you will make less progress on each. So if your diet isn't dialed in, though it doesn't matter, go to the gym, and once you're consistent, start focusing on your diet and you will double your progress. Set 2.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us.
If you don't train your legs because it's hard and it's too tough for you to do, you don't enjoy it, that just shows me that you're not 100% dedicated to your goals. And that mindset will spill into the other areas of your life. Once something is hard, you will quit. You will not want to do it anymore, simply because it's too difficult to do. But by doing legs, something that is actually difficult to do, you will actually reap the biggest rewards, because this legs is actually your biggest muscles, and that's why it takes the most energy, and that's why it's the hardest to do. But because it is so hard, that is why you should do it. That's why if you don't train your legs, you are just weak, plain and simple. So be better and do better. Train your legs. Don't skip a certain body part simply because it is difficult. The most difficult things are usually the ones that give you the biggest rewards in life. And no, I don't have the biggest legs out there. I'm not the biggest guy out there. But I have made progress. And that's the same with you. You might not be in the position where you have the best physique in your life, but at least you should be making progress towards those goals. Look at where you were last year. If there's improvement on that version of yourself, that shows that you're on the right track towards accomplishing your goals. So don't beat yourself up about it if you don't have the physique that you dream of. You're making progress towards it, and it takes time. That's normal. Set number 3.
Love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go.
One more. 9. See? Now that just shows me that next time I should try and do all my sets for 9 reps. Next on the list is RDLs. This one has helped me grow my hamstrings. Ever since I had the ACL injury, this exercise has helped me build my hamstrings and my glutes. So if you're looking for a good hamstring exercise, RDLs is very good. Obviously it's not the best. Hamstring curls might be the best, but RDL is still a good exercise to do for your hamstrings.
Through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go.
Also, you called by sun. Yeah. If you're looking for a simple exercise routine, follow full body workout routine. Works the best because it's simple, trains your whole body, and you only train 3 times a week. So the one that I'm doing currently is squats, Romanian deadlifts, bent over rows, bench press, pull-ups, and shoulder press or Arnold press. That's simple. That's your whole full body workout routine for the week, 3 times a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Don't make any more excuses, because you have to start adopting the mindset of the person that you want to become. Because when you adopt that mindset, your habits will naturally start following along, because you start to see yourself as a productive person. You start to see yourself as a more disciplined person. And when you identify yourself as that person, you become more of that person that you want to be. So stop making excuses for yourself. Actually start adopting the mindset of being consistent in the gym. I also used to do that, I also used to make an excuse of the reasons why I don't want to go to the gym and the reasons why I'm not a disciplined person. But for example, today, I slept at 1 a.m. Normally, I go to the gym in the morning. So I just decided to not go to the gym in the morning and go in the afternoon. What would most people have done? They would have said, no, my sleep was messed up. I didn't have a good night's rest. So I'm just going to skip a day in the gym. Doesn't make that much of a difference. I won't lose all my progress. But the mindset is what's wrong. Not necessarily skipping a day from the gym, but the mindset that it's okay to skip a day in the gym. That's the cancer that you have to get rid of.
Through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Free. Woo! Hard work beats talent every single day of the week. If you have talent, but you don't put in the work to actually achieve the goals that you want, is that talent beneficial? No. So the person that doesn't have talent, but still works hard towards their goals, they will start to be the person who has talent, but doesn't work hard for their goals. So you don't need some extraordinary talent to actually achieve the goal that you want. The only thing that you have to do is work hard on that goal that you want to accomplish. That's simple. Don't try to overcomplicate. But just because it's simple doesn't mean it's easy. And I think a lot of people like to confuse the terms of simple and easy. It doesn't mean the same thing necessarily. Simple just means that it's straightforward. It's a straightforward process. But just because it's straightforward doesn't mean the steps towards the goals are easy to accomplish. It's a straightforward process, but it's not an easy process. But that's why you have to work hard. Because talent won't save you at the end of the day. There we go. Romanian deadlifts completed. Next exercise is the incline bench press because I see it's open. So we're gonna go do that right now. I just saw that the other benches are being used, so now I have to do dumbbell bench press. Doesn't mean I have to skip that exercise, just replacing it with dumbbells. And dumbbells can be just as effective as long as you're doing the correct form. Right now I'll be doing 20 kgs. I think I can do more for the bench press, but I don't know what I did last time, and I don't feel like scrolling to my history. So I'll just do 20 kg dumbbell bench press. Whoa. I just saw on my history that 20 kg was actually the last weight that I did for my dumbbell presses. So just comment down below which exercise equipment you guys prefer, using a barbell or using a dumbbell. Me personally, I prefer the barbell because you can just stack more weights on the barbell compared to if I had to do like 30 kg or 40 kg, it just becomes like impractical to do the exercise and it might start messing up with my form. But you obviously can do the correct form with heavy dumbbells, but I think that barbells are just more optimal. You know, I actually feel more of a pump now for my chest by doing the dumbbell bench press. And I think the reason for that is because I'm actually focusing on doing the form correctly and not focusing on my ego. So maybe next time I do my barbell bench press, I might lower the weight so I can just actually focus more on targeting the specific muscle instead of focusing on my ego. Because I also fall for that sometimes.
We'll go finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played.
Second set of bench press completed. I also follow the same progressive overload framework that I mentioned in my other videos, which is starting at 6 reps for that specific exercise, and every week at the end of the week try to increase the amount of reps that you do by 1. First start by increasing the last rep of your last set, and once you can do that rep successfully with good form, then you do that amount of reps for all your sets, and then repeat that cycle until you get to 10 reps. And once you get to 10 reps, that's when you increase the weight that you do.
No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat.
The next exercise on the list is pull-up.
And on we'll go.
Pull-ups is one of the hardest exercises to do. Right now, I'm still figuring out a way to actually progress my pull-ups because I've been stuck at 8 reps all this time. And on my last set, I just can't push myself to do one more. I always end up doing 1 less or 2 less than I start to do. I'll push for 8 again. Then we see if I can do 8 again. And the same thing on my last set. If I can do 8 again, I will see that as progress, because my history says on my last set last time, I did 6 reps, not 8. So if I can do 8 reps now, it shows that I'm progressing. And if I can't, maybe that's a sign that I'm either not pushing myself hard in the gym, which I doubt it's that reason, but that can be one reason. But the second reason, and the one I actually think it is my diet. I'm not eating enough protein and calories. So that is what I think I need to fix so I can start improving the amount of reps that I can do on my pull-ups, including the other exercises in my routine. So let's do second set of pull-ups.
Through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And
My hands. Woo. I did 8 again. I don't know if you guys can see, but check out my hand. This, what do they call it again? I forgot what you call it. Comment down below what you call this thing again. But now I'm feeling it. And I haven't felt it so bad in a while. Maybe that just shows that I'm pushing myself finally with pull-ups. And recording myself is actually keeping me accountable for the exercises that I'm doing. And that's another thing you can also do. You keep yourself accountable. Record yourself in the gym. You don't have to talk in the gym like I'm doing now. I wasn't talking so much when I was doing the bench press because there was way more people around and it didn't feel like, or I didn't want to talk that much because it would have felt awkward. They would have looked at me, and that's still something I have to overcome. Speaking regardless of what other people are saying. But this is only my 3rd gym vlog on this journey. So obviously, over time, I'll start getting used to it more. It's only my 3rd day. So slow and steady gets the gains and wins the race. Just keep that in mind. Slow and steady gets the gains. You don't have to push yourself now, drastically increase your weights just so that you can boost your ego. No, slow and steady gets the gains. Remember that. And now it's time for my last set. Let me put on my motivation music so that I can actually lock in. Let's see if I can do 8 this time.
We'll go
I just slipped with my hands are sweaty.
through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
7. One more. I did it. I progressed by 2 reps. That's what progress looks like. It doesn't always have to be weight. It can be reps. It can be your range of motion. Progressive overload isn't only limited to your weight. Remember that. It's reps, range of motion, your tempo, even your rest time can influence progressive overload. Because if you decrease your rest time, it means you put more strain on your muscles because they don't recover that fast as a longer rest time. So don't just limit progressive overload to the amount of weight that you do. There's a number of ways that you can do it. And now, next exercise is the bent over row. I hope you guys can see me. If you can't, then it's a flop. Nothing I can do now. Let me just migrate to the exercise location. Some high level English there. Migrate location. No one speaks like that. Set number 1. I think I did 6 reps on my last set, my last exercise routine. I'll do 6 again. And on my last set, I'll push to 7 or 8. Let me push myself now. I don't think I'll be doing 8 on my last set because that already was a tough one. And I think my form wasn't correct. Just let me know in the comments if I should decrease the amount of weight that I do on my bent over row, or if my form is correct and I'm not ego lifting. But I think one of the reasons why it feels a bit harder compared to last time because I just finished doing pull-ups. So that might be another reason to consider. It's not completely that I'm weak. Might just be the previous one that I did, which was also a back focus exercise. And I actually felt it. If you guys go back to how I was doing my pull-ups, I actually felt it in my back. And I'm still feeling the pump. So, do you actually get people that walk like this? Because this, I don't think I'll be able to walk like that. The Conor McGregor walk, I actually finished my water already. So now I'm doing my last 2 exercises without water. And it already feels not good. So next time I have to bring more water to the gym, because I'm also thinking of starting to supplement creatine as well, because it's also helpful on a bulk. So I'm also thinking of that. But before I do that, I want to make sure that I'm already on the habit of drinking enough water. Because if I'm not used to that habit of drinking a lot of water and I start doing creatine as well, that's when the complications might start to happen, because creatine actually absorbs the water to your muscles. And if there's not enough water to absorb, I'll start cramping, like my friend Liam told me, because he also does creatine. I haven't done creatine in my life yet, so I just want to make sure that I do everything correctly. It might not be perfect, but I just want to do it correct. Set number 2. Nah, I don't feel like I'm doing it right. But just for this video, I'm gonna continue with the weight, so that you guys can actually comment down below if I should decrease the weight. Start engaging. I'm just kidding. Comment if you want. I'm not forcing you, but it would actually benefit me highly if you left a comment. It doesn't even have to be about this specific exercise. It just has to be about if you enjoyed the video, what you want to see more of, so I can actually make content towards what you guys like. I don't want to only make content for myself, because that's pretty selfish. I want to help you guys as well. And by helping you, I have to make content that suits your guys' preferences. So just let me know in the comments what you want to see more, even improvements that I could be making. I would take that into consideration and actually improve on myself. So please guys, drop a like, comment, subscribe, any one of those 3. It's free. See, it's rhyming, which shows that you need to do it, but please guys, it would just help me a lot. Because my goal for next year is to have 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. That is my goal. And I am working hard towards that goal. Ever since I started posting on YouTube, I haven't missed a single day of posting. Simply because I'm dedicated towards that goal of reaching 10,000 subscribers. So I'm working hard to get you guys the content that you want. So I can still make improvements on my camera, but that is financial and I don't have the finances for that right now. So the least I could do is actually provide valuable content for you guys. So just let me know if this is valuable. Thank you. Set number 3. Nah, next time I'm lowering the weight. Just doesn't feel comfortable. But that's the second last exercise. And now we move on to the Arnold press. Let me go fetch the weights. Now we do set number 1.
And we'll grow in number.
That was a tough one. Another thing that I'm curious of is I like anime. And the top 2 anime right now at this moment for me is Naruto and Attack on Titan. I can't decide between those 2. The one side, the Attack on Titan, the storyline, everything is good. I love every minute of it. On the other side, the Naruto, the journey of from when Naruto is small until the end of the war. That journey is not only epic and the storyline is good, there's also that emotional side of it as well, of Naruto proving everyone wrong and showing why he was worthy of becoming Hokage. So just let me know in the comments, firstly, if you guys watch anime, and secondly, which is your favorite anime of all time. Even right now on my headphones, I'm listening to the Erwin Smith speech of Attack on Titan. And that's the only thing that I listen to during my workout routine, because I feel like it just motivates me more compared to rap music and people rapping about guns, sex, all those different things that isn't actually helpful to pushing me harder in the gym. But actually, the words that they speak in the anime, combined with the music to make it even more epic, that just gives me more motivation to push harder during my exercises. And the second question about anime, I'm really passionate about this topic, but the second question about anime, Goku or Vegeta, who do you like more? And I'm just for the fun of it, I'm not gonna say who I like more, but let me know in the comments, Goku or Vegeta. On the one side, Goku is this guy that just enjoys fighting, enjoys improving himself. On the other side, Vegeta is this egotistical guy who doesn't want to lose. Just let me know. Set number 2 of the Arnold press.
Fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands.
If you're not pushing yourself hard in the gym, you are wasting your potential. Your muscle needs enough stimulus to actually make it grow. And if you're not giving it that stimulus by actually pushing yourself hard in the gym, you will always leave gains on the table. So start pushing yourself harder in the gym, because I was actually the one that also wasn't pushing myself hard in the gym. And I reaped the rewards for that. And the rewards for not pushing myself hard in the gym was not making progress. That was my reward. So I don't want that reward for you. Push yourself hard in the gym. The lowest intensity you should be doing, obviously depending on the goals that you have, but for muscle growth, my personal opinion is at least leave 2 reps in reserve. That's the lowest amount of reps you should leave in reserve. If it's not 2, it should be 1. If it's not 1, it should be failure. Nothing else. But obviously, if you're just trying to build the habit and staying consistent, that's fine. And if you want to maximize the amount of muscle that you build, you have to push yourself hard in the gym. And the way I do that is by the minimum amount of reps I leave in reserve is 2. If it's not 2, it's 1 or 2 failure. Only those 3. And that has helped me actually gain 10 kg in this past year. But a fun fact, since I haven't been focusing on my diet for the last 2 months, I'm down to 56 kg. Yes, it's very bad, considering I wanted to bulk and my goal was to reach or to gain 10 kg, which I did reach my goal, but then it just stopped. I didn't think of actually going higher or maintaining it. When I reach that goal, that's when I start to get comfortable and not focus on my diet. And I paid the price for that. So focus on your diet, guys. And now it's set number 3 and the last set for this exercise.
And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the
Yeah, guys, that's the failure, and that's the end of my workout routine. Now, let's go to stretching. One of the most underrated things that you can do is actually stretching after your workout. Not a lot of people like to talk about it, but as I mentioned, in my first video, which you can check out, stretching is very important. Number one, for recovery, and secondly, for longevity. Because when you get old, you don't want to be stiff. You want your joints to actually be capable of movement. So, stretch, guys. A year ago, I couldn't do this. Now, I've made progress. And that's because of stretching. So, I'm just going to skip through this process in the video. But I just wanted to emphasize that fact of the importance of stretching. So don't skip it. I understand if you don't have time, because if I don't have time, then I skip it. But if you have time, I highly recommend stretching after the gym. That's it, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure. Damn. I think that guy was driving too fast over there. So he hit the brakes. But anyway, please make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And I hope you stick around for more content like this. Remember, you become the person you want to be by pushing through the times you want to quit.